Now on Central Illinois Newsday, access to sustainable health care in rural areas. Why the U.S. Department of Agriculture is getting involved. Then, are you missing a stimulus payment or two? The reason why and the reminder on the way. And October is Breast Cancer Awareness Month. Find out where you can get a free exam next week.
Central Illinois Newsday on WMVD starts now.
Well, first this afternoon, it's being hailed as a historic ruling, making hearing aids more accessible and cost-effective. Adults will soon be able to buy hearing aids over the counter. Danya Backus has more on what that means for consumers.
Millions of Americans will soon have access to over-the-counter hearing aids. The FDA issued its ruling in August, allowing people who feel they have mild to moderate hearing loss to buy the devices without a prescription directly from stores or online.
Hearing loss is very common, but that doesn't mean that it's something that's normal or that needs to be tolerated.
American Academy of Audiology President Dr. Sarah Sitlowski also works at the Cleveland Clinic. She says research shows hearing loss can impact many aspects of health.
It can be related to cognitive decline, to depression, to anxiety, to social isolation. It's really a sense that is so important for maintaining a very positive quality of life. It's how we stay connected and sharp and happy when we're aging.
Hearing loss is the third most common chronic health condition in older adults. It's estimated hearing aids could benefit about 30 million Americans. Dr. Sitlowski says over-the-counter aids are an appropriate first step for some patients.
People who are starting to notice that they're having a little bit of difficulty. It's not for someone who has a more significant hearing loss, who has trouble in multiple situations, who has hearing loss only in one ear, or a sudden loss, or ringing only in one ear. Those are all reasons that you absolutely need to see an audiologist.
Consumers should be sure to check the return policy. The FDA does not require the devices are returnable, but the policy must be on the package. Danya Backus, CBS News, Los Angeles.
And the American Academy of Audiology recommends seeing an audiologist first to test your hearing and determine if you're a good candidate for over-the-counter hearing aids. And in a consumer alert, Kroger is merging with rival supermarket chain Albertson. The combined company will be worth nearly $25 billion. It will have more than 700,000 workers and operate nearly 5,000 stores and 4,000 pharmacies. Kroger operates in 35 states, including Illinois. The deal is likely to face close scrutiny from U.S. antitrust enforcers because mergers of large rivals could potentially reduce competition. Well, here at home, the Peoria County Board passed their annual budget for next year. Residents will not see any property tax increases. Also approved fully funded pension obligations for the Illinois Municipal Retirement Fund and a new Health and Human Services building. They'll be paid using American Rescue Plan and reserve funds. Groundbreaking is expected in mid-November. And in other news, more than 9 million individuals and families may have missed out on stimulus payments and tax credits because they didn't file tax returns for last year. The IRS is sending reminder letters beginning this week to those it has identified as possibly eligible for unclaimed benefits. Many may have not filed returns for 2021 because their income was low enough that it didn't appear that they'd owed any taxes. But they could still qualify for child, earned income, or recovery rebate credits that could total several $1,000s. An online service called Free File will allow people to file returns at no cost until November 17th. And President Biden is traveling to Irvine, California this afternoon to meet with seniors and highlight efforts to reduce prescription drug and health insurance costs. He will sign an executive order directing the Department of Health and Human Services to explore new ways to help lower the costs to help families cope with inflation. The trip coincides with the beginning of the annual Medicare open enrollment period. Healthcare costs are rising even faster than the overall inflation rate reported yesterday at 8.2%. And your health matters. October marks Breast Cancer Awareness Month, and 2 local groups are helping out women by offering free mammograms. Next Friday, October 21st, Unity Point Health and the Tazewell County Health Department are celebrating National Mammogram Day. Women ages 40 through 46 who do not have insurance can get a free mammogram at 3 Unity Point Health locations from 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. You can see those locations now on your screen. And this is available to women in Marshall, Peoria, Tazewell, and Woodford counties. And living in a rural area can be peaceful and relaxing, but it could be bad for health in some other ways. And there's a shortage of a key ADHD drug. Jane King's at the NASDAQ with those stories and more in today's Wellness Report.
The FDA confirms an Adderall shortage is happening in the U.S. The FDA said they would help to keep the supply available for patients. Now, some people already knew there was a problem. They've gone weeks without medication, calling multiple pharmacies to fill prescriptions. And in fact, they say some people have not had a prescription since August. Adderall is a stimulant that can treat ADHD. Well, Beyond Meat is cutting more jobs as the plant-based meat demand cools. And in fact, this is adding to layoffs made in August. Consumer demand for fake meat has fizzled in recent months. And access to modern and sustainable health care is critical to health, but is not always accessible in rural areas. Now, the investments USDA is announcing will build, renovate, and equip healthcare facilities in hospitals and clinics in rural areas. The investments will be used for things to help those hospitals and healthcare providers implement telehealth and nutrition assistance program, as well as increase staffing and vaccines. From the NASDAQ, I'm Jane King. Here's your health.
Well, in the Twin Cities, Redbird Arena has a new name. Illinois State University's Board of Trustees approving the renaming to CEFCU Arena at their annual meeting on Friday. CEFCU will pay ISU more than $3 million over 10 years for the naming rights. The renaming will be effective upon completion of a naming rights and sponsorship agreement.
You're watching Central Illinois Newsday on WMBD.
Well, today we have Chef Mark joining us, and he's here to show us to make a salad that tastes a little bit like fall.
Yeah, you know, fall's my favorite time of the year, and you got to come up with different ways, creative ways to kind of change things up. This is an interesting salad, and I'll tell you, it probably doesn't get any weirder than this. But we're going to mix caramel and bacon, put it over perfectly healthy kale, and kind of make it a sweet and savory salad dressing, which is nice because really underneath it's kind of a hot bacon dressing, follows that same method. We have the caramel to it, we had a little maple syrup to it. I'll show you how it goes together because it's so easy to make. And again, you can make it, omit the bacon if you want, but I tell you what, don't. Just don't, okay? So what I've done already for the sake of time is I've taken a pound of bacon and chopped that up, and you could just rough chop that or you can cook it like if you want to in strips and then crumble it up. Okay. But I've just taken it, chopped it, and then did that. Then you reserve 1/3 cup of the bacon fat. So we're going to add a little bit of that back to the pan, and we're going to saute some onion and garlic with that. So I just got some white onion, typical white onion, and all the good stuff that from that bacon, as you can see there, all the brown stuff in there, that's all the good stuff from the bacon. So we're going to throw in just about a ½ cup of
I love
white
that
onion.
sound.
I know, isn't it great?
It's the best sound.
It sounds like it's applause or something. So there we go. We've got that in there, and that is just a minced onion. So you want to cut it small. You don't want it big and chunky. But within that bacon fat, we're going to saute that just until it's a little bit tender. So this only takes a couple minutes. So when this dressing goes together, it goes together quite quickly. And you just want to keep it warm for service, or if you want to refrigerate it and heat it again for the next day, that works fine as well.
Oh, that's great.
So as that starts to cook, we're going to add to that some fresh garlic. If you like garlic, you want more of it, you can. I just put about a teaspoon in there just to kind of give it that nice aromatic value and that health benefit to that. So we're going to put that in there and saute it together. And as you can see, it cooks pretty quick. When you mince that onion down and that bacon fat's getting hot, it comes together real quick. So we're going to turn up the heat on that just a little bit, and this is how the dressing is going to go together. To that, we're going to add apple cider vinegar. I prefer to use an unfiltered apple cider vinegar just for the health benefit and the full body and flavor to that.
Is that the one that has like the mother?
Yes, yeah, it does.
Okay.
And you'll see it has a little bit of pulp in it, so a lot of it's unstrained. Okay. So to that, we're going to add a 1/4 cup to ½ cup right there of apple cider vinegar. And I'll tell you what, that is very aromatic. You really get the smell of it there.
I definitely smell it.
Can you smell that?
I definitely smell it. Definitely smells like apple cider vinegar.
It does. We're going to add 2 tablespoons of maple syrup to that.
Wow.
We are going to add some white sugar to that. Now this is just about a 1/4 cup of white sugar. We're going to put in there. We're going to add a little bit more bacon fat to that. We're going to add some water. And this all gets heated up. That's why I turned the heat up, because you want it to get good and hot. Okay. We're going to stir all that together. And then we're going to tighten that up a little bit. And what I mean by tighten that up, you're going to take 1 teaspoon of cornstarch and just about the same amount, about a tablespoon.
Is that in water?
That is in water. So you're going to mix these two together, and that is your thickening agent. So cornstarch, they call that a cornstarch slurry.
I had no idea you could do that.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun, too. Watch how fast it works.
Yeah,
so we just take that. We're going to add that to the skillet, and that starts to thicken as it heats. So this is 1 teaspoon to about a tablespoon of water. You won't need the whole thing, but you can cook it to your desired thickness.
Oh, looks good.
And the hotter it gets, the quicker it thickens. To that, we're going to add our caramel, which is just about a 1/4 cup. This is a nice caramel.
That's the best part.
It is the best part, and probably the most dangerous part, next to the bacon. So.
All right. So while this is cooking, we're going to take a quick break, and we'll be right back.